moving that amount of electrical infrastructure, our grid is a set of wires on sticks that were generally built using 100-year-old plus technology for the most part, that were generally constructed over 50 to 60 years ago. So we're running on an archaic system. Now, yes, there have been advances. Yes, there's places where sophisticated advancements are being put in. And I don't mean to cheapen or fail to acknowledge those advances and a lot of hard work by a lot of very smart, dedicated folks. But on the whole, if you step back and look at this and kind of squint from a high level, we're using an outdated system. So there's a dream of eventually we'll have something that's called a smart grid or a number of different ideas that are kind of interrelated where we say, hey, let's have a grid where we can handle bidirectional flows more easily. Now, when I'm talking about that, what am I really talking about? Let's step back and talk about what the grid infrastructure actually does so that we're all on the same page there. When the grid was originally conceived, think back a century ago plus, what you had was you had a central generator and you had a series of wires that connect to all of the end uses. So for example, you can look at some of the earliest electrical grids in New York City, for example. And what happens is the generator puts power on the lines, and then you basically measure, hey, what are the frequency, you get some analytics on how much power is being drawn from the grid, and you go, okay, well, we need to keep it within this particular band. And if it dips too low, hey, crank the generators up, and that brings it back up. This is called grid balancing. This is done many times a second by grid operators all over the world right now. We are able to record this because there are grid operators everywhere that we are, and everywhere along each of the internet stations that are involved in, which are all the servers, all the da 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 da. All of those places have this really finely balanced, very healthy frequency regulation, voltage regulation, all of those things that go into making sure the power is clean.